everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Maddie and I'm so excited that you are here. Today we're doing a super fun video. I have finally decided that I need some bookshelves in my room. This is the current situation of my desk. I have so many books and then this is all my manga and then some Lego sets I have to set up. So today we are going to be setting up these. I went and bought these at Target. So first thing on the to-do list is to set these up and then we are going to put everything on my bookshelves and just kind of try to organize it. I've never had my own personal bookshelf, so I'm really excited. So honestly, let's just jump right in and let's try to build and unpack this bookshelf. Okay, the first step is to take the 3 H shelves and put them together. And so I'm kind of trying to organize which shelves are which. I think these are the 3 H shelves. That's step 1. It also came with this really big bag, so I'm gonna try to keep everything organized. I've never done this before. It wants us to attach these wooden dowels into these boards, so I'm gonna do that. Why is this kind of hard? So I just put it up. I don't know why this part looks so crooked. I'm a little confused, but I'm wondering if I put shelves in it, if it'll look better. I don't know why it looks like that. Okay, this is what it's looking like. I don't know if y'all can see that, but I swear to God it's crooked. Like, it literally goes like that. Hello everyone, it is actually the next day. I stopped filming yesterday because I screwed up the bookshelf so horribly that I had to have my dad come help me. So today he straightened it out and we messed up a part, so we're just fixing that right there. But she looks actually really good. So now I'm gonna wait for this to dry and then I'm probably gonna start decorating it. I have a lot of books to put on, so that is the next step, but I'm gonna finish waiting for this to dry and then I'll start decorating. I had to go ahead and put the blinds down so the lighting was not so weird, but here she is. I have to put in the shelves. I'm gonna try to figure out where I want them to go. And that's the next step, and then I'm just gonna throw on all my books. Probably what I'm gonna do is put my manga on the top up here because I have so much of it and it's also lighter than just like my paperback and hardcover, so I'm gonna put those more on the bottom. First up, let's put in the shelves. This is kind of how I decided to do my shelves. I like how these are a little bit closer and that one's a little bit farther apart. I might move this shelf one down, but we will see. I like the way it looks so far. Let's go ahead and start putting books on it. Okay, this is all of my manga on the top two shelves. I feel like I really like how that looks, but I am going to start on these next couple shelves. I'm also wanting to put some of my figures there, which I think would be really cool. So we're gonna start to work on that, just putting all my other books on these other shelves. Y'all, I was gonna put Throne Glass right here. It's actually a little bit too tall, so we're gonna move her down one shelf. I also think I'm going to go ahead and put the Red Queen series on that same shelf just because I don't really come back to it. And the bottom shelf is gonna kind of be for books that I don't really come back to or think about that often. So I think that's how I'm gonna do that. Hello everyone, it's been like a week since I filmed the last bit of this video. I'm refilming this. I was just editing, but I'm refilming it because I just did not like how the final bookshelf tour turned out. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. I'm gonna give you all the final tour. I've also added several books to this bookshelf since I filmed last, so there are definitely some new things to look at and see. I originally was gonna put my Legos on the very top, but I'm not finished with them yet. I'm finished with one set and I have not finished my Disney castle, so I don't think they were gonna both fit up there anyways, so I guess it doesn't really matter, but that was something I wanted to include. That's just not gonna be here because I clearly have not finished my castle. So anyways, let's go ahead and get on with the tour. Starting up here, this is my romance manga bookshelf. I have pretty much all of my romance manga up here, a little bit on the second shelf, but moving over Asuna really quick. To start with the manga series, I have Love and Focus and I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. These are two pretty popular complete manga collections. I know that I Want to Eat Your Pancreas is super popular, so then next to it we have Hitojorime, My Hero. This is the first volume in that series, and then I have Wotakoi, Love is Hard for Otaku as well. Those are only the first volumes of those series. Then obviously right here we have Asuna, Beautiful Asuna from Sword Art Online. This was one of my first series I ever watched. It is so dear to me. I rewatch it pretty often and I just love how gorgeous and stunning she looks on the shelf. But then moving on, we have Mint Chocolate up here. This is a romance series, one of my most favorite. And then we have Shortcake Cake below it, which is another romance series. These are like my two favorite series. I love them so much. I do have a duplicate volume of Mint Chocolate, but I love them so much. They're so good. If you love a good lighthearted and sweet romance series, then those would be really good for you. But then next to it I have Rent a Girlfriend. This is very well known. It is also an anime series. Then up here we have two BL series. This is Links. This is sort of like a collection. And then these are the first and second volume of Given, which is an anime as well. Then below that I have Gal Gohan. These are the first two volumes in that series. Super funny, just cute and comedic and romantic. And then below that I have Evergreen, which is another really good series. And then below that I have Toradora. This was the first series I have ever collected in manga. I think I got it when I was in like 5th grade. I've had it for years and years and years. It has lasted through my collection. It's something that I've never been able to get rid of because I love it so much. Anyways, next to these we have My Love Mix-Up, the first volume, and then Madoka Magica, the first volume as well. That is not a romance, but it is pink and cute and it kind of goes with everything up here. So I just went ahead and put it there. And then right here we have this little cat that my best friend got me in Mexico. And then we have these love hands. I think they're so cute. I'm a big Taylor Swift fan, so they go really really well with my Eras Tour bracelets right here. So love the way this turned out. And then right here we also have Gigi from Kiki's delivery service. Then finally right here we just have a cute little unicorn jelly cat. I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all what's up top super quick. We have a little puppy jelly cat that I love that my brother got me for Christmas. And then we have the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time / Breath of the Wild set. I currently have it on the Great Deku Tree from Breath of the Wild. It is a 2-in-1, so you can change the tree to be from Ocarina of Time, which is really cool. On my second shelf, first off, we have this little Christmas jelly cat that I got. That was in my Christmas haul, if you saw that. And then behind that, we have Comey Can't Communicate. This is like a slice of life. Then next to it, we have Your Lie in April, which is obviously a romance. It didn't fit on my shelf above. This is also an anime. It's like such a beautiful series and is so sad, but I love it so much. And then below that, we have 2 BL series. First, I have Hirano and Kagura. This is such a good series. It's also an anime. I watched it and I fell in love with it, so I wanted to collect the series. This is a relatively new addition to my manga collection, but below that, we have I Cannot Reach You as well, which is the sweetest BL manga collection. It's just so good. Then we also have another little dog jelly cat right here. It's the same without the scarf from above. And then we have a Studio Ghibli mug, which I love so dearly. Then moving on, we have the first 6 volumes in the Fairy Tail series. This is like one of my first animes. It is seriously what solidified my love for anime and manga and also drawing anime. And then right in front of that, we have a sweet picture of me and my boyfriend from a couple years ago on New Year's Eve. Then we have this cute little panda that my dad got me for my birthday last year. I think it's really cute. It used to light up. It doesn't work anymore. But behind it, we have this little kitty cat mug. I have a black cat. She is my favorite thing in the world, so very sweet. And then below that, I have The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, the first volume, and then we have Sword Art Online Fairy Dance, Progressive, and then Soul Eater below that. These are sort of like my action series, also Twilight Princess, just because I'm a huge Zelda fan. And then right here we have Natsu. He's obviously from Fairy Tail. If you know, you know. I love him so much. I've had this for years and years. But behind him, we have Maximum Ride, K-On!, and How the King of Elfheim Learned to Hate Stories. Actually goes along with the Folk of the Air trilogy. It is like a comic book sort of graphic novel sort of thing, but I just fit it here because it looks so good on the shelf. And then Maximum Ride is a really good graphic novel series. It has stuck with me since like middle school and I love it. And then we also have K-On!, which is an anime. All right, I had to take a pause for a second, but this is the third shelf. As you can tell, if you know, you know, this is my Sander shelf essentially. I just have 2 extra books down here just to utilize the extra space, but this is my Brandon Sanderson shelf. I am really unbelievably proud of this. He is obviously my favorite author. I literally cannot shut up about him on my channel. Wow, I love him so much and I'm so proud of this shelf. There's a lot of new additions, which is another reason why I wanted to refilm this part, just because there is so much new stuff on the shelf. But anyways, starting over here, we have Warbreaker. This is my newest addition to my bookshelf. I bought this the day before yesterday, so this is brand new. This is definitely on my priority TBR, so I kind of put it in the front just to keep my mind on it. And then behind it, we have Mistborn Secret History. I've talked about this before. You all know how much I love the Mistborn trilogy. Then right here we have Edge Dancer. This is a Stormlight Archive novella. I put these in front just because I think they look so cute on the front. Then behind them, we have the entirety of the Stormlight Archive for the first era. I am so excited for the next era to come out. It's gonna be like 10 years, but this is the first era of the Stormlight Archive. But anyways, we have the Way of Kings, we have Words of Radiance, Oathbringer, Rhythm of War, and Wind and Truth. So this is the entirety of the Stormlight Archive. Extremely proud of it. I want to get them all in hardcover after I actually read them, because I don't like the feeling of reading a hardcover series, but I want to just own them just because they look so pretty together. But anyways, over here we have Arcanium Unbounded. This is the UK cover. Just wanted to show y'all. Oh my gosh, this is stunning. I found this at Half Price Books. This is like my favorite find I think ever. I'm so proud of it. Then under that we have Elantris. This was like what put him on the map. Then we have Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. This is actually a romance sort of thing by him. My best friend got it for me for Christmas. So, and then we have the Mistborn series. We have Era 1 and Era 2. I'm currently reading one of the books in Era 2, so that's why it's not in here. But moving on, we also have Lightlark and Nightbane. These are by Alex Astor. This is a part of the Lightlark series, so obviously not part of the Sander shelf, but I just put them there so that the space is utilized. And then finally for this shelf, we just have this little plate with some cat bookmarks in it. I think they're precious. But moving on to my second to last shelf, this is sort of like my fantasy series shelf that is not Brandon Sanderson. Obviously some of the extras I don't have here. They're down here on this bottom shelf. Starting off, we have this Sugar Plum Fairy candle that my boyfriend's little siblings got me for Christmas. I love it so much. Then we have this Valeris candle as well, which obviously goes along with the ACOTAR series. If you read it, then you would know. I bought that actually in New York City and I love it so much. But behind those, we have the Throne of Glass series. It is definitely a beast of a series, so I stacked it that way. And then above that, we just have this cute little bird. Then next to it, obviously, we have the ACOTAR series by Sarah J Maas as well, and then a cute little pumpkin on top. That's also a jelly cat. I just wanted to put it there because I feel like it goes really well with the fantasy vibe, especially because there are witches in Throne of Glass. But moving on, we also have this cute little painting I did up here. It's a watercolor. It just gave me ACOTAR vibes, honestly, so I put it in the shelf. But below that, we have Fourth Wing. This is actually loaned to me by a friend. I still have not read it, but I told her I would, so I'm going to very soon. And then in front of that, we just had this little cat duo. My best friend got that for me. And then behind that, we have When the Moon Hatched, which is the first in the Moonfall series. I don't know if I'm ever gonna read this, to be honest. It's definitely on my priority TBR for 2025 because I bought it last year, back when I first started this channel, so definitely gonna read that pretty soon. But then next to it, we have Once Upon a Broken Heart, The Ballad of Never After, and A Curse for True Love. This is the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy. I loved it. I thought it was so good. And then next to that, we have The Prisoner's Throne by Holly Black, and some of y'all are gonna be mad at me because that is not actually together with The Stolen Heir on the shelf, but it just looks so good next to A Curse for True Love, so I put that there. But that is essentially my fantasy shelf. And then below that, to finish off the tour, we have my bleed over shelf. This is my romances. This is stuff that I don't think I'll ever come back to. This is just random stuff. Also, I apologize for the lighting. It's not super great. Down here, we have Before the Coffee Gets Cold. I just read this. I liked it. It was a 3 stars, but the reason it's on the shelf is obviously because it was not my favorite. Behind that, we have The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. This was my attempt at Book of the Month. I don't know if I'm ever gonna honestly read this. I was pretty interested in it when I got it, but I don't know. Then down here, we have the Red Queen series. I did not like this series. If you know, you know. I've talked about it before. I did not like it, so it's at the very bottom. Then we have the Inheritance Game series. Don't know if I'm ever gonna read this. I hope I do, just because I've had it for so long, but we will see. Then above that, we have the Folk of the Air trilogy, like I was talking about earlier, and then we have The Stolen Heir, which obviously goes with the Prisoner's Throne, but I just put it down here. And then we have a pumpkin that my best friend made me. So sweet. Then moving on, we have this cute little bulldog back here because my school's mascot is the bulldogs, and this was actually my boyfriend's, like, one of his baby stuffed animals. Then down here, we have a Hatsune Miku figure. I love her. But behind her, we just have some extra bleed over romance and random series. I really want to get through some of these for sure once I'm kind of more in the mood for them, but we have Happily Never After I've read. The 7-Year Slip I've read. I didn't love it that much. Then we have the Summer Broken Rules. I really liked that one. Then we have Done and Dusted, which I haven't read yet and I really want to get to. Then we have 2 Lynn Painter books, which I've also read, and then The Housemaid, which I have not, and I do want to read that very soon. Then we have The 4 Agreements. This is sort of like a self-help, sort of like reflection book. I've not read it. I don't know if I ever will, honestly. And down here, we have Musicophilia. And then behind that, we have Invisible Girl by Lisa Jewell. She's one of my most favorite mystery authors. Then down here, we have some Emily Henry favorites. We have some Allie Hazelwood. I do not honestly like her all that much, but I am keeping them for now. Then we have Lauren Asher, another author I'm just not crazy about, but these are 2 series by her. They're separate series. And then above that, we have some Chestnut Springs, which is honestly very quickly becoming one of my most favorite romance series. Then above that, we have King of Wrath by Anna Huang. I just read this, and oh my gosh, it was so freaking good. I was shocked by how much I liked it. So yeah, that is my bottom shelf. It is sort of all my romance, bleed over, other series I don't necessarily think I'll come back to. And that was my bookshelf. I hope y'all enjoyed this tour. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. It was very chaotic. I'm still flabbergasted that I messed up my bookshelf so much that I had to completely redo them, which is so funny. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm sorry for the bad lighting too. I still need to get a huge like tripod to hold in front of like the bookshelf so y'all can see it better. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and thank you for coming along on this crazy journey. I'm so proud of my bookshelf, just so unbelievably proud. But yeah, that's really all I have to say. So I will see y'all in the next one. Bye. Side note, I forgot to add this, but look how cute. My boyfriend painted that. It's of Yurithuru from Stormlight Archive. And then down here we have the Reshi Isles that I painted because we're cute like that.